Okay, I really need someone to explain this to me right now. Can you tell me why, when I leave the house, it practically feels like I'm spending $200 almost every time? Even if it's not getting a boba or a coffee, doing a quick grocery run or Target run, and then maybe even getting just a itty bitty teensy bitsy snack. And then for my bank just to go, hello, are we okay? Girl, where's the money going? Are we good? I hope so. We just gonna put that away and not talk about it. I'm sure that's a call we all don't want to take. Why is everything getting so expensive? Today, that's gonna be our big summer question this 2026. And if I didn't get to already, hi ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ezra. And today, I'm gonna be your freestyle dance teacher. No, but seriously, today I'm gonna be your podcast host.
Let me catch you up. Life moves kind of fast. One world, one life. Big smiling confidence every time. Come take a ride. Home is my busy world.
For some questions to ask right now. Is life genuinely getting harder? Are we overspending? Or did social media convince us $400 for a weekend is worth it? And it's not. Don't spend $400 a weekend. And I'm looking at you, Brochella. Yes, you. In the corner, you. Get some help. Stop it. You and your $1,000 food up. Okay, before I get off topic, let's continue. Seriously, what's been one thing that's gotten so ridiculously expensive recently? Movie tickets, rent, gas, food. There's so many to name by now. I mean, it's almost like we have to make a financial decision if we want to get fries on the side with our burger. Numbers also haven't been lying. For a summer consumer survey of 2026, they found almost 93% of Americans said they felt the cost of living increased within the past year. That's pretty scary. And not to also throw this, but from seeing the change of 2020 to then 2023 to then now, it has definitely been a roller coaster. I mean, fast food really used to be cheap and convenient. Now it's overpriced and just stupid. Why would it that you're spending $20 almost barely for a lunch or entree at a restaurant, while $20 for you for fast food barely covers 2 items? And it definitely doesn't help when you're a part of a cycle called the consumerism cycle, if you will, that you uninvoluntarily are a part of. When they have Black History Month or Asian Pacific Heritage Appreciation or, Pride, it's all marketing. It's just something to always keep people buying every month. And again, you're going to say, but Ezra, there's nothing next month. What could they possibly want with us then? I'll tell you. First, it's summer. So snacks, barbecues, we already know, pool time. After, because that's going to last June to July. Then following end of July, August, beginning September. You know what time that is, students. Back to school shopping. So of course, we gotta buy more stuff. The teacher told us we need a whole list. But did they really though? And then, towards the end of September, which they've already started leaving out Halloween and Thanksgiving decorations, even though it's the end of September. And then boom, beginning of November, it's already Christmas. Right at that point, they're already playing the Christmas music. So don't say there's not a consumerism cycle. There's a consumerism cycle. Just be aware. And stop buying them damn dude wipes. It's literally stupid. Wipes are wipes. We all poop, we all pee. A dude wipe don't make no sense. It just makes dollars, which are filling their pockets to make them richer. And I bet they don't wipe with dude wipes. They're wiping with your money. Now I'm sure you're asking, but won't the prices go down? Won't everything be fine and dandy again? Unfortunately, it does look like we're still gonna be on a loop-de-loop. Although inflation is slowing down, we are still having increased prices. Picture it. If you see a car going 100 miles an hour, but yet decreases its speed to 40 miles an hour, it's still moving. It's just going slower, but it's still moving, and it's still burning gas. That's expensive. So, sure, food prices do fluctuate. There are coupons. Don't panic, but keep an eye for those. Try not to maybe go every back to school shopping. No, little Timmy, you don't need a new pair of shoes every month. In case they're going, then that's different. But you know, you having a Starbucks every morning, that's not important. You know, that's not I believe there's gonna have to be a time we need to have the wants versus the needs. When you want something, it's for a desire, like a luxury, like, you know, something just to keep you entertained. But a want is not the same as a need. A need is a necessity, as like an essential that you can't live without with. You need food, you need water, you need a home and shelter. You do not need a coffee. You do not need another pillow. You don't need 500. You don't need those other pair of shoes. If you got a pair of shoes, you better be walking. Because if you're driving, then what you using your shoes for? I'm definitely not saying don't live your life, but just be careful and have discipline. Sure, mommy and daddy or grandpappy and granddaddy said we could do it and be whoever we wanted to be. But they still lying. You can't do that. You can't do that. Can't do whichever you want. You can't eat ice cream for dinner when you get older. And definitely, even if you paying the damn bills, you're paying the bills. That's the point. I'll get too level-headed now. Just because you paying the bills is exactly the point. You paying the bills. Afford to pay the bills. Don't just afford to go to Rochella. Afford to pay your lights. Try to find recipes. Pinterest is a good way to find money-saving hacks. There's, accountability where they have money-saving goals. Just look it up, Buttercup. Use the resources around you. If not, I know there's Credit Karma. There are certain apps out there that can help you with getting financially back on track. Many of us want to have a fun summer, but we're not willing to risk it all. From what surveys have shown, we've been shortening trips this past year, budgeting harder, and even cutting out our spending for restaurants, which is definitely not going to do too well for their economy. But are vacations still relaxing despite the financial worries? Can we still not have fun without ruining our bank? As I've mentioned in the beginning, weddings, festivals, summer outings, social gatherings, a lot of those can add up over time. But it's important to go out and to socialize and to be engaged and or engaging. But there are still inexpensive or just plain free things to do. You can go hiking, you can go to the park, you can go to local events in your community. Find something, do something. You don't always have to pay for something. But let's really be honest. Is it actually the economy, or are we just overspending our limits? Now, there are some things you can't just unsubscribe from. A lot of some expenses are not optional. For rent, groceries, insurance, gas, those are all necessities that we do need to keep going or to even go places. Consumer savings have gotten thinner. Within the US alone, saving rates near a 4-year low within the past years, while inflation has still continued. As I mentioned already, it's been significantly different between the 2020, 2023, and 2026. With 2020, it almost felt like we were transitioning into how we can still operate. Within 2023, we were trying to then balance operating with the mask, no mask situation, or even just having a presence. Now in 2026, I think we're just going off the radar. If we're not going to be leaning so much more on AI, it's going to get to a point where we're not going to have really anything anymore. Still another side to this coin. Are we also spending more? It does seem like for comfortability, should we even say conveniency? Delivery apps like Uber, DoorDash, even most of our local grocery stores have already turned into delivery options. Plus, with subscriptions and bonus benefits, free delivery fees, almost seems like it's an invitation to indulge. Why is it that also for Uber Eats or maybe DoorDash, that also prices on there are increasing or extraordinarily more expensive than in the restaurant? Why is that? Third parties aren't being fair, but then they're taking out of our pockets? Or are we just taking from both the restaurant pockets and ours? Are we really conveniency addicted? Why is it that almost a decade, maybe 2 decades ago, it was not hard for people to take time to get to the grocery store, to cook, to clean, to still work, to still come home, but yet nowadays it almost seems like it's a marathon?
Again, I'm not here to come after anyone. Definitely not what I'm trying to do. But I just hope I can encourage that you can make time for things you want to do. Whether if it is cooking, cleaning, or trying to juggle everything in one setting. Take time. Set time. As you're seeing here, if you're not getting agendas or having some kind of digital planner, even if you want to go towards using Pinterest, as mentioned. As you're seeing here from the image, I'm just simply searching up on the Pinterest search bar, and again, to whatever, if you're needing for recipes or for time management help, there are things to help you. Again, there's more to do and more to come and more to say. For now, I will leave it for another day. Thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us. Please follow or comment below to answer any of these questions or for any thoughts of why you think maybe this summer is getting more expensive. Take care, and remember, even when it's getting hard, it can still be easy.